YouTube, back at it again with another video. Taking the CB7 out on my lunch break. Thought I'd shoot a video for you guys. I was thinking about talking about one of the craziest stories that ever happened to me that's car related. Sorry, Shinobi, you can't look out the window up right there. Hey, get in the back. Get in the back and you can look out the window. Yeah, I got a crazy ass story. Something that happened to me in one of my Del Sols, and it's a crazy ass story, dude. It's a story that ends me up in the second to last issue of Honda Tuning magazine with my third Del Sol. But this is what happened. It's fucking ridiculous. And you know, these events in the story happened when I was 22 years old. You know, let this story be a lesson for some people. It definitely was for me. I learned my lesson. But yeah, so check it out. When I was 22 years old, I was having some little bit of relationship problems with one of my ex-girlfriends, and we were just having a rough time. And so I came up with the idea, like, hey, let's both call into work Monday, play hooky, and let's go. Ooh, this XB tearing it up. Let's call into work and, you know, call in sick and hang out, work on our relationship, you know, take the trip out. Let's go out to Santa Cruz, go to the beach, just hang out, you know. And so yeah, we both call into work, call in sick. This was about the time when I had this was my second car. It was a 93 Del Sol S with a D15 B7, lowered onto Kiko Blues, and God, what springs? Ground controls? Yeah. It was pearl white, slow, low, with, I think they were like knockoff spoon wheels, the SWs, or the Regamasters, just some knockoffs. And then there were gold, so I had those on a white sole, and it had a 97 front bumper, the dolphin nose, and it was actually really clean. But it was, you know, a D15, which actually, it's funny now. I'll talk down about the D15 looking back, but I mean, look what I'm driving now. Like, I bet if I went back and drove that D15, I'd be like, oh no, this is cool. But you know, it was fucking slow nonetheless. And yeah, it was clean. Like, I just came back from a Vegas trip, and I had won like a trophy for best appearance or something. And so yeah, I was juiced. It was looking clean. Anyways, so we take off in the Del Sol. We start heading out to Santa Cruz, and these are my younger days, you know, so don't judge me, and I would definitely have not done this now for sure. You know, everything is a learning lesson for a reason. But there was this like sharp little turn here. I'm out in, I know you guys, I'm gonna keep the story going, but I'm out here in the Sunnyvale Hills, just some random back road. This is cool. Just kind of checking it out like you guys are. But anyways, so we smash out in the WRX. There's always gonna be something distracting me. We smash out in the Del Sol, and there's this ratty blue little Civic, salvage title, EM1, black fender, just piece of shit. And there's like 4 dudes in the car weighing it down, and he's like fucking with me, and we're in like light traffic, so we're kind of like playing cat and mouse. Like, I'm getting in front of him, and like he gets in front of me, you know, I kind of downshift in the third, get in front of him, kind of doing that whole thing, kind of going back and forth. And then he pulls up next to me, and he starts talking hella shit to my girlfriend and me. And I had the top off, we're a little low, like this guy's fucking talking a bunch of shit. I'm starting to get like some real hostile vibes from him. I'm like, oh dude, this guy's pissed off, like he's just like looking to cause trouble. So I'm kind of like, you know, the hothead that I am, young. I'm like, fuck this guy, I'm out of here. So I fucking downshift and I start weaving like a dangerous kid on the freeway, trying to get away from this guy. I got my girlfriend next to me going, what are you doing? Just leave him alone, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, I will. And I get through a bunch of people and I get in the fast lane. I'm cruising, heart's kind of pounding. And I'm just like, looking to my rearview mirror like, man, where is this guy? Like, oh, like fuck, man, because he was like had some threatening vibes to him, so I was legitimately scared trying to get away. But anyways, lightweight smashed on him through the traffic, and but then he eventually caught up to me while I was just in the fast lane going normal speed limit, and he was like, or my girlfriend was just like, just let him go, and I was like, oh no, I'm just gonna let him just smash by me, you know, like let him win his race or whatever he's got to do. But he did not smash by me. He starts driving like somewhat in my lane. I'm in the fast lane, somewhat in my lane, but also in the next lane, and coming up hella fast, right? So I pull a little bit more into the shoulder and give him enough space. Then he gets in front of me and slows down really fast, like whoa, like we're slowing down super quick. And I was like, oh shit. And we slow down super fast on the freeway, like almost locking him up. And then I was just like, oh, what the fuck? And then the doors open up, and then the dudes start getting out, and I'm like, oh fuck. So then I'm like, oh shit. I put the car in reverse, and I like look behind me, and I reversed a little bit. I only have like a couple feet, and then there's like a van behind me, and now the fast lane is backed up, but the rest of the freeway is kind of, ooh, sorry guys. I was trying to raise my car back up this morning. I totally flaked on it. I don't even have to do anything crazy. All I gotta do is jack it up. I can leave the wheel on. I can actually get my hands in there and raise it back up. The problem is I'm too low, and the spring is kind of dislodged when it takes, look, I'll get into it. Anyways, let me continue the story. So anyways, the doors open up, the guys get out, and I'm like, oh fuck. Okay, mind you, I'm in a tiny ass car, dude. Like the belt line is so small, right? It's a Del Sol, and I'm lowered, and it's a target top. So like, if you come up to my car, like, I mean, you're like belly up, like, what's up, dude? Like, you can reach in, like, you can stab me, you can do whatever the fuck you need to do. And so I was like, oh shit, I gotta get, my main priority is get my girlfriend out of danger. This is not good. I don't want to be in this situation. So I reverse before I hit the van behind me, and then these guys see that I'm about to try to get away, so then they start kind of like power walking up to me like quicker, right? And I swear this happens in like a span of, I don't know, 5 seconds. I'm like, I have to crash my way out of this. I'm gonna just crash into somebody and get the fuck out, you know? Like, I don't know, like, anyways, so I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and I've got my steering wheel tilted, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And the first car that pulls out, oh yeah, to say too, like, the rest of the freeway is kind of free flowing. Like, I think people were moving, but not the fast lane. We're backed up. So now you got people in the fast lane trying to get out back there, so it's making it hard for me to get out too. So I'm like, oh fuck, I have to crash my way out of this. This is all happening so fast. And the car that gets next to me is a fucking, like, it's a Mercedes, like a pretty damn clean one. Ooh, just got a guy behind me. I don't want to slack too hard. I got like it's a clean Mercedes. I was like, no, dude. I was like, fuck, okay, next car. The next car that comes is a Porsche. I don't know which one, but I'm just like, okay, well, I'm not gonna crash into a Porsche. And then the next car, I'm like, okay, well, I have no time left. The next car I'm crashing into, and I have to get out of here. Next car is an Accord. And I was like, perfect. Like, sorry, I have to do this, baby. And I just smash into this Accord, and I get the fuck out. And by that time, my bumper now is hanging off. I'm fucking in tears, dude, because I'm like, my car! I was like, fuck! My bumper's hanging off. It's like, you got my girlfriend freaking the fuck out, and she's getting on the phone with the cops, trying to get the cops over to us, and we're smashing, right? And I'm just like, fuck. And I hide behind In-N-Out Burger in Union City. I get out of the car, I start pacing back and forth, and I'm just like, fuck, what am I gonna do? And then I put my foot on my car and I ripped my bumper off the rest of the way and I chuck it into the bushes. And then I'm just like, dude, we got to get the fuck out of here. These guys might find me. Like, I don't know. So I was like, get in the car. Like, let's go. And like, we get in the car. And as soon as I'm about to reverse out of my little parking spot, the Accord that I hit boxes me in. And I'm like, oh no, this guy. And so the Accord is like 3 fat, buff ass dudes. And they just like borrowed this car they just like rented this car. Ooh, crazy, like Alpha or something. They just like rented this car and I just destroyed it, and they think I hit and run, right? So they start backing me into the wall. They're like, you hit and run us, bro. Like, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass, all this shit. And I was like, no, dude. And I was trying to explain my story, like what had just happened, and they weren't really having it. And then luckily another car shows up, and it's just some other random dude, and he was like, damn bro, that was hella crazy. And then he like validates what happened, and then after those guys hear what he said, they were like, all right, it's all good bro, it's all good. And then the cops come and they fucking just light me up, bro. They give me hella shit. They fucking tell me, like, this is what you get for being stupid. You must be, like, flipping people off and, like, you know, instigating, and this is what you get. And you know what? I mean, lightweight, yeah, it is. And it is what I got, right? Like, you really don't want to fuck with anybody you don't know, you know? You're not really... Well, first off, you shouldn't be fucking driving crazy, you know, in any situation. But if you're trying to get away from someone because you started some shit, like, you're already at fault for starting the shit, you know? It's like... So... Anyway, so they give me hella shit. Well, kind of well-deserved. It's whatever. My car is destroyed. Anyways, 22 years old. I'm getting paid $14 an hour. Actually, no. I was getting paid $12 an hour. And that rental car, I had to pay out of pocket to fix that Accord. It was like $4,500 at a $12 an hour job. So, like, it took me like a whole year to pay off that Accord, right? Alright, then I guess I can continue this story. It does have some light at the end of the tunnel. But that's what happened, dude. Like those guys, as far as I know, never got caught. Like, I got my car destroyed for getting out of the situation. I went through many nights of replaying those scenes and being like, man, I wish I would have fucking crashed into their car or just hit that guy, you know, or, you know, you think so many thoughts, like what you could have done, you know, and it's just all hindsight, and there's not much you can do about it at that point. So, anyways, I'm going to make this story more car related because I get back onto this topic. So then I decide, because that's my second car. I was a general car guy. Then my friends from high school had Hondas, and I watched Fast and the Furious, and that solidified the Japanese car thing. I was like, oh, Japanese cars are the shit. And then I was still just kind of a Japanese car guy at this point. I wasn't really a Honda guy yet. I just had 2 Del Sols in a row. That was my second car, right? So then I was like, all right, time to make some big boy moves. I'm going to save up. I'm going to get like a turbo car. Like, one of my all-time favorite Japanese classics was the Nissan Fairlady, right? So I save up $7,900 and I buy a 1990 Fairlady 300ZX twin turbo, pearl white one, just like the Del Sol that just crashed. Ooh, God, this M3 is so clean looking. He could have easily ruined it by blacking out those taillights, but he didn't. So yeah, anyways, so I buy a 300ZX twin turbo. And dude, I just have so many issues with it. It had like 120K on it. And mind you, both the Del Sols I had before that were over 150,000 miles. So I was like, 120 something K is fine. It was a CRZ up there too. And I buy this 300ZX, anyways, I have hella problems with it, and I'm always repairing it. And I got to a point where it was just running so poorly that it wouldn't start anymore. And I had 2 injectors that were sputtering. And I just needed to like drop half the motor to get those injectors. And I was like, dude, after this, like, man, I'm gonna sell this car, dude. Like, I want a Honda again. I'm gonna get another Del Sol. I miss my Del Sol. So I sold the 300ZX for a loss because I couldn't sell it running right. And I buy my 97 VTEC Honda Del Sol because I was like, all right, this time when I get a Honda, because my 300ZX was so, dude, it was so much faster than my Del Sols that I had, my D15s, by such a large margin. I was like, there's no way I'm getting a single cam again. I have to get, you know, the fucking best one. So I got a 97 VTEC Del Sol with the B16 A2, same motor that's in the EM1, even before the EM1 had it. Great fucking car, guys. Great car. Heavy, but good. I get that car, and, well, you guys kind of, I don't know if you guys know this whole story or not, but in 2010, I do all this crazy shit. I fucking K20A Type R, swap it with, like, an entire crazy, like, OEM plus, like, NA build with port and polish RBC intake and TSX throttle body and R-Crew exhaust and custom exhaust manifold, or reverse those, but yeah, just hella shit, like Honda tuning, or Honda K-Pro, I mean, fucking, anyways, so I build this Del Sol hella crazy, right, and, I go to Week Fest one year on my own, just by myself. I try to go to Week Fest, and I'm the last car that can't make it inside the hangar bay where they're showing all the cars. They're like, sorry dude, you can't show your car, you stupid Del Sol, you know, whatever. And I was just like, ah, man. And they're like, hey, it's all good, we'll put you right here at the entrance, like where people buy tickets. And I was like, all right. Well, little did I know that was a great place to be, because hella people have seen my car. And, you know, I heard hella comments like, oh, it's a Del Fast, and like, that's what you gotta do to your car, bro. Just hella shit like that about my car. So I was like, it made me feel good. I was like, oh, tight. This guy's not going on the green. He's too enthralled by how sexy this CB7 is. Dude, he didn't go. There's a guy just chilling back here. Oh, derp. Dude, she was just jocking. So anyways, this dude Patrick, the photographer for Super Street Honda Tuning, he saw my car and he was like, dang, I'm gonna take pictures of this. 2 years later, Honda Tuning hits me up. They say they could use my car for an issue, and I'm like, oh shit, all right. And they're like, tell me about it. So I told that story to them. I was like, yeah, I basically was trying to make the ultimate Del Sol, like, getaway car after, because I'll never let that happen again. You know, I'll always be able, I want to be able to, like, just make a crazy ass little, just a tiny little car that can weave and juke and, you know, stop and go hella quick, and just some little crazy little getaway car. I tell them that whole story. They fucking love it, and they put me in the second to last issue of Honda Tuning magazine. So, bam, that's how all that went down. So, sorry guys, both cameras ended up dying. First the window one died from the heat. It's just getting too hot out there, and then eventually my mic camera died. So, but anyways, back at the house, as I was saying, continuing the story, yeah, that story literally got me into Honda Tuning magazine after I told it to one of the dudes on the phone. And yeah, it's cool. I actually have my placard over here I could show you guys. But yeah, that was the Del Sol, all from getting jumped on the freeway. Yeah. Anyways, cool. Anyways, I hope you guys like this super personal story of mine. All my close friends already know this story, been through it with me. But yeah, crazy times, man. Stay safe out there. Don't mess with people you don't know. And yeah, till next time. Peace out, suckers.